Hi my YouTube family, this is Melody from Home Garden and Fashion. I thank you so much for being here today. Today we're going to have a wonderful time together. Hi, this is Melody. I hope all of you guys are doing awesome. Today I'm going to do a video on ruby, the gemstone, and this has been requested. So ruby is a gemstone for the sun, the Lord Sun. Now in India, I don't know if other country does it, but in India we think of sun as the god, and actually the sun is the ultimate god, as the ultimate source of energy from everything around the world. Without the sun, nothing will actually survive. So sun is actually the ultimate god. So the ruby is a gemstone for the sun. So as you can see, since ruby is the gemstone for sun, so it definitely gives you a lot of energy and vitality and life. So if you want energy, vitality and life, then ruby is for you. Now a lot of times people have their sun sign. This is astrological terminology. The sun sign is weak, and when the sun sign is weak or is placed in a wrong way, now the signs of the sign, meaning the characteristics here, the signs and symptoms of a weak sun sign is this: the person will have very low energy. They will get up in the morning after 10 hours of sleep and they will say they're still sleepy, yawning. And that's how you know, unless there's some hidden disease, hidden cause. We're not talking about that here right now. We're just talking about purely the ruby stone and how it relates to the sun. So mainly you'll see the person will have no energy to do any work or even talk to anybody, or motivation or ambition, or any kind of things, always be sleepy and lazy. But along with that, the person will be very mouthy, will always fight with people, and agitated, angry. So these are the signs of having a weak sun. Now, how does somebody have a weak sun? In order to, everything from karma, everything comes from karma, all your planets and their ill effects comes from your karma. So a karma which gives a weak sun is the number one represents to the sun, the house of sun. And now the person who has a weak sun will have many ones, like suppose somebody born in say 1991, March 1st 1991. So you see, in March 1st 1991, if you break it up, you will see the 1st of March is 1, and then 1991, 19 has a 1 and 91 has a 1. So the person has 3-1 in the chart. Now what will happen if the person has 3-1 in the chart? Person sun, the house of sun, will be very weak, and what will happen for that? The person will be very lazy and will not have any energy, and all very mouthy and fighting. And oh, okay, so now sun is the lord, the boss, so the person will have very difficult time getting along with any authority figures, like mom, dad, boss, anybody who is an authority figure. The person will have very hard time getting on along with them or listening to them, so the person will be always having fights with them. So that is the characteristic. So now how, so this is the characteristics we learned. So now we need to learn how the person gets to be like that, because this happens because from their karma from past life, they were very disrespectful to their father. They had a bad relationship with their father. Now if they had a bad relationship with the mother and very disrespectful to the mother or did some bad thing to the mother, so then they will have several twos, like they will be born on say February 2nd, so the February is 2 2nd, and then let's say yeah, so like that they will have many several too. So if they have done something wrong to the mother, but if they have some problem with the father, now you will see this person with many ones, more than if there is only one in the chart. Say they're born in May 7, 1960. So May 7, 1960, they have only one because from 19. So then they don't have any problem. Their sun sign will be strong and they do not need a ruby. But if they born in, as I told you, March 1st, not specifically March 1st, I'm just saying that for they have to have 2 or 3 ones in their chart. So if you break it up the entire birthday and you'll see so how many one in there, so then the ruby will be useful for them. Now, so as I told you, this will help them to be just like the sun, energetic, healing and strong, and it will be healing to everybody. So suppose they have this many several ones and nobody likes them and they have fight, if they wear a ruby, they will walk into a room and people will begin to like them, people will begin to listen to them, and they can get up in the morning and not feel so sleepy or tired. They will get up in the morning and jump out of the bed, go to shower and start doing the daily chores and stuff and be energetic and happy to do those things. So that's what the ruby does. And also it's very good for your love relationship, since the red is like very energetic. So and then since it's very energetic, so it activates your lower chakra. For that reason it's good for loving relationship, all that. So ruby is best suited for the people who are in the leadership position, as I told you. It is best suited for political leaders, or you leader of a company, CEO of a company, anything, the authoritative figure, where you have to lead many people. And now remember, as I told you, if you have only one in your chart, like you were born in 1964, May 7th or June 7th, whatever, but then you're having only one. So if you have only one in your chart, means your sun is strong. Now if your sun is strong and you're wearing a ruby, what will happen? You start talking too much bossy, so you will also have fight because you will become overconfident. So you become something that you are already, and you want to aggravate that. So you're already very energetic, talkative, and now you're wearing a ruby, so then you won't be able to sleep at night and you'll be having fights and you'll be talking. So nothing too much is good, everything has to be balanced. So ruby boosts your self-confidence and motivation. And if you're a kind of person that no one listens to or give values to or even cares about, then it would be very beneficial for you to wear a ruby. But be sure to go to astrologer, a good one that will not cheat you, someone that knows a lot, and you have your birth chart analyzed to see. You can, at some point you can do it too, by seeing that how many ones in your chart, how you feel, and what kind of personalities have. Start writing down, do the people really like your personality, are you charming, or you always end up having fights. So, and then best thing to see, what kind of relationship do you have with your father. If you have a really good relationship with your father and you guys always get along and you really miss your father, feel sad about him, and he misses you, feels, and so, and there's like you're kind of person who cannot say bad thing about your father, then obviously your sun sign is very good because you have past good karmas. You took care of your father in your last life, so that's why you have only one in your chart. Sun sign is good. And also another big thing to notice, you see, if your sun sign is very strong, you get up in the morning, you'll be very happy as the sun is up there in the sky and you see the sun and you pray. And but if you have several ones, you see the sun and you want to close the window and close the curtain and you want to cover it up and you say, oh, I want to sleep more, the sun is just bothering me, then you know that you have a weak sun sign, because sun, you really don't like the sun. But if you have a strong sun sign, you would love the sun sign. So that's another way. So these are the some ways you can figure out yourself. So it will increase your status and self-esteem and confidence. Status means it will increase your status in the society as everybody loving and listening to you and giving importance to what you have to say. By wearing a ruby, you will become an authoritative figure. Okay, ruby can improve the relationship with your father. That I already talked about it, that if you have a bad relationship with your father, that's from your last life karma, that you had a bad relationship with your father last life. Now if you see that you do have a bad relationship and you need to fix the relationship in this life, I mean, you obviously know that what is the wrong and what is going on. So you need, the reason you need to fix it in this life, because if you don't, it does not end here. It will continue to the next life, and next life you will have several ones in your chart, because you will be coming up for many lives until you actually fix this. So you have to fix it once and for all and be done with it, so that next life you come with your only one, not several repeating. And we're all going to come back for whatever mistakes we have done. So if you are very emotional or get depressed easily, like somebody says something and it just hurt you right away, so you do really need ruby, and it can really help you. And there are a lot of people who, other people would say a lot of things and you just brush it off and move on, and that shows that you have only one. You might get sad for a momentarily, but then you say, yeah, I really don't care, I mean, just move on. But if you have several ones, and then you will see that every time somebody said something, you'll be with ears and tears, crying for days, and maybe laying down in bed for days with no energy. So that's another sign that your sun sign is very weak. Now beside just, even if you don't go to astrologer, it's good to go to astrologer, have it analyzed, but you can have yourself a piece of paper and write down all the things, like what kind of person you are, how many ones in your chart, so that when you do those things you can know a lot about yourself, because nobody else will know about you than yourself. So you should know yourself better. First thing is to get to know yourself. Okay, ruby gemstone for, as I told you, for weak sun sign. So what will happen is they have a lot of hair loss, eye problem. This comes with the weak sun sign. So a lot of hair loss and eye problem. Now ruby represent the fire element. Now suppose you have only one in your chart and you wear a ruby, since it represents the fire element, you are already fired up, and then you wear a ruby, you're gonna get really more. But suppose you are yourself a fire element and you have many ones, and then you see that you are always angry and having fights, so this is also toxic. So ruby will eliminate all this and give you like nice, kinder demeanor, and is going to get rid of those negative emotions and negative energies and fill them in with positivity. Ruby All these stones, you have to wear it and see how you feel, because you're going to get the effect within 2 or 3 weeks, and you can start writing down. You will see the changes. Now there is no two ways about it, there's no doubt about it. All these things really works in our life, and they bring changes, because it all has to do with your planets and the colors also very important. So Ruby gives you lots of energy to get your job done throughout the day. As I told you, the person who will wear it, if they have a weak sun, they wouldn't have energy, but once they wear it within a couple of weeks, they will see they have a lot of energy. They get up in the morning and do their chores, do their work. It also helps you with all of your relationship, your relationship with your mom, dad, your boss, your friend, your neighbor, everybody. You will see once you wear it, and previously if you didn't have good relationship with anybody, fighting with anybody and everybody, but once you wear it, you start seeing the changes. They will respect you and you will respect them, and the relationship change. And these are all proven. It's not something just walked into the market yesterday. These were for thousands of years people were using before all these new things came to our world. Now it helps you to build loving relationships. So if you are lacking in loving relationship and you just don't get along with anybody, then this will really help you. It helps you to move ahead in life if you feel stuck and bored with daily life, and it's just a repetitive chores or job or anything, and just don't feel any excitement. Then Ruby will bring that excitement, even though the chore is repetitive and you're doing repeatedly, but the Ruby will bring excitement. Ruby is a great stone to put the law of attraction into work. Now it helps you to manifest things in life. So once you wear Ruby, you were going to wear Ruby on your sun finger. You can Google it and find out your sun finger. And then you do a prayer to the sun in the morning. As soon as you see the morning sun, just put your hands together and make a prayer for yourself, and you say all those things that you want to say, all those things that you wish that happen in your life. And if you do that daily, or if you even want to do a little bit more, instead of going to the gym, if you just do sun salutation, which is the exercise of your entire body for the sun, which the yogis used to do, that it keeps your body healthy from top to bottom, including your mind. So if you do, sun salutation has 8 poses, so you do the 8 poses. As soon as you see the morning sun, you take a little container, has to be say, we call, it's a copper container. You take a copper container, copper vessel, and take a little bit of water, and then you offer the water to sun. So you just take that water and pour it on the ground on some plant, and ask for forgiveness for anything that you have done bad, and ask for all the good things. And then you do your sun salutation. Sun salutation is just a way to greet the morning sun, but the exercise has the 8 poses. These poses, if you do repeatedly a couple of times, you see over time, you really feel amazing. Your body will feel amazing. But be sure you ask your doctor before that. What if you have back pain and all that? It might aggravate. So know your health and know your condition, and before you do start any new exercise, get your doctor's permission. But beside that, you're going to always offer some water and do a little prayer. There are a lot of YouTube videos on sun prayer, so do that. I think my channel has some videos on morning sun prayer. So you do that, and then you offer the water, and this is really helpful for you. So it represents the fire element, so it gives you courage and self-esteem and confidence. So if you wear it, it'll going to give you courage, self-esteem and confidence. Now Ruby gives you courage to stand up for your rights. Suppose before wearing the ruby and you have a weak sunshine, people always keep putting you down, and you're like, your boss don't want to give you the raise and don't want to listen to you and don't give any importance to you, even though you're really working hard. But if you wear the ruby, you'll see they'll start listening to you, giving you importance and giving you respect. So it gives you the courage to stand up and speak for yourself without being aggressive or fighting. And ruby enhances your physical features and promotes a heal, love, and so it kind of heals you from inside, and it enhances your physical features, and it gives you self-love, self-healing, and self-acceptance. So now, before you wear the ruby, you probably were always criticizing, oh, I'm fat, I'm ugly, or I'm this, I'm that, I have a skinny neck, or I have no hair, things like that. But once you wear the ruby, you'll start to love yourself the way you are, the same way you were previously. After wearing the ruby, you're the same person, but you'll have a different outlook of loving yourself. So ruby brings out prosperity, abundance, and good health. So it will give you prosperity, abundance, and good health. And if you have an unbalanced fire energy, you are very angry, depressed, and feel like burnout and lost. Ruby is going to bring that into balance. It boosts your energy and helps you get out of low energy. And if you feel like you're in a rut, it helps you to get you out of that condition. It gives you a rush of steady energy throughout the entire day. And but you must consult a good astrologer to see if it's good for you. And there's a gemstone of the sun, shamanic stone of the sun. So if the sun is weak in your chart, then you always will have problems with people in authority position, like your father. So ruby is good to heal your relationship with all those people in the authority position, like the father, mother, or your boss. So this was a little knowledge about the ruby, and as I told you, you can do the calculation and see how many ones in your chart and how you feel. Make a notebook and just write them down, and you know if it's suitable for you. But since this is expensive for real ruby, you should go to an actual astrologer and have your chart analysis, and then have it analyzed by an astrologer, and then wear it. And it's a beautiful stone, very red and bright and vibrant, and it represents the sun. So what more can we ask for? Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I will see you with many more. Bye bye. Hi, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. Thank you. May God bless you all.